Since I recently got to visit Cape Cod, I've been thinking about poets associated with that place. I know I've done poems for the Midweek Poetry Break by Brendan Galvin and Mary Oliver. I don't think I've ever done one by Mark Doty, who's very much associated with Provincetown. So I looked on my shelves and I found this book from 1993, My Alexandria. And looking through it, I found one poem that I thought would be good to read today. It's called Night Fairy. We're launched into the darkness, half a load of late passengers gliding onto the indefinite black surface, a few lights vague and shimmering on the island shore. Behind us, between the landing's twin flanks, wooden pylons strapped with old tires, the dock lights shatter in our twin folding wakes, their colors on the roughened surface combed like the patterns of Italian book paper, lustrous and promising. The narrative of the ferry begins and ends brilliantly, and its text is this moving out into what is soon before us and behind. The night going forward, sentence by sentence, as if on faith, into whatever takes place. It's strange how we say things take place, as if occurrence were a location. The dark between two shores, for instance, where for a little while we're on no solid ground. 12 minutes precisely, the night ferry hurries across the lake. And what happens is always the body of water, its skin like the wrong side of satin. I love to stand like this, where the prow pushes blunt into the future, knowing more than seeing how the surface rushes and doesn't even break, but simply slides under us. Lake melds into shoreline, one continuous black moire. The boatmen follow the one course they know toward a dock nearly the mirror of the first, mercury lamps vaporing over the few late birds attending the pier. Even the bored men at the landing who wave their flashlights for the last travelers steering us toward the road will seem the engineers of our welcome, their red-sheathed lights marking the completion of our or anyone's crossing. 12 dark minutes. Love, we are between worlds, between unfathomed water, and I don't know how much light-flecked black sky, the fog circles of island lamps. I am almost not afraid on this good boat, breathing its good smell of grease and kerosene, warm wind rising up the stairwell from the engine's serious study. There's no beautiful binding for this story, only the temporary liquid end papers of the hurried water shot with random color. But in the gliding forwards, a sense so quick and startling, it might as well be blowing off the stars. Now, just before we arrive, the wind carries a signal and a comfort, lovely, though not really meant for us. Wood smoke risen from the chilly shore. That's Night Fairy by Mark Doty for the Midweek Poetry Break.